Well, it's finally time for the last Tokyo Mater car of the year. Mattel only decided to do three of them this year in 2024, but I think they picked three pretty good ones because they didn't do them before from Thailand, so they were all new variants, which was really exciting. Obviously, we started off with Komodo. I remember finding him in the summer, and it was just such a great day. I was actually ready to go camping with my friend and my mom and dad. And before we went, it wasn't far away camping. It was just in Amherstburg, which is like the town over from where I live. But anyways, we went to Walmart and I found Komodo. And then, or maybe, no, that was Komodo, yeah. Because then it was a few months, maybe even just 1 month after that, I ended up finding the new variant of Manji. So, I mean, all around, it was just awesome that I found all the new Tokyo Mater variants. And Yokoza here is the one I found the most of. I actually found four of him. Yes, that's right, four of him, all at Canadian Tire, which is just a very odd spot to find cars. But luckily, right now, or not really right now anymore, it was like a couple weeks ago when they kind of stopped having them. Some of them might still have them, but I doubt all the good ones would still be there. They're probably all long gone. I think I found them all around this area at least. In Windsor and even London too. I pretty much bought them all. So yeah, it was pretty exciting. I found four of him. Ooh, morning voice. You hear that? The heck? Anyways, yeah, Yokoza. He looks awesome, brand new from Thailand. So welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everyone. It is a bright and sunny day today, and like I said, it's the early morning, so I might sound a little bit tired. So excuse that. But either way, yeah, here is Yokoza, and we'll zoom in on the artwork, even though it's not his artwork. It's just Mater's, Tokyo Mater's. But still, he looks cool. It does say as seen in Tokyo Mater, and we had the Cars logo there too. The nice Red Riders background. Nice, or is it? I don't know. I guess you decide. He doesn't look like a very different variant though. Just looking at him next to the Chinese one here. I mean, honestly, I'm not really seeing barely anything that looks different at all. Like nothing. So it'll be interesting to see what he looks like opened up. He probably won't really look much, you know, different, I'm sure, in the package or out of it. I don't think it'll look that much different. I don't think it'll make a difference, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. On the back, Cars Toon, we have all these releases, but only two of them that were actually released this year in 2024, Manji and Komodo, but they also show Ito-san, Kabuto with Flames, Patoka, and Drift Party Mater. So that's nice, because you might still be able to find them. In Canada, I actually did find, I think, all of them except for Kabuto with Flames. Because, yeah, I did. I found, oh, no, I guess, well, yeah, I guess not. I only recently, like pretty recently, at least in the last few months, found Ito-san and Patoka, and I bought another Patoka, but it wasn't at Walmart or anywhere like that. It was actually at another kind of odd store to find cars, Giant Tiger. So funny, Canadian Tire and Giant Tiger are the two stores I'm finding a lot of Tokyo Mater cars at. But yeah, I ended up buying four Yokozas, so this one's on, a little bit worse card than the other. So I figured I'd open this one up. We'll see how this new Thailand variant looks. So, what are we waiting for? Let's bust them open. Yeah, I never thought that I would find someone that I can't resist. This might be as close to heaven as I will ever get. Here's the funny thing about Yokoza. He is, very evidently blue. He's like a dark blue color, kind of similar to DJ, but obviously not really quite the same shade of blue. But he's not supposed to be. Like in the actual episode of Cars Toons, the Tokyo Mater short, he is not blue. He is black, and he's also black in Cars 2, where he also appears for a split second for a little cameo at the Tokyo party in Japan. So why is his diecast blue and has been for all these years since 2010? I don't know. Sometimes we just have to, shake our heads and say, "Oh, Mattel," I guess. I don't know anymore. But I just kind of was like looking at the parts that he appeared at, and I'm like, he's not even supposed to be blue, but yet his diecast is blue. This is just, Mattel. I don't know why they do things like this. Did they want to make him look more like DJ? Is that the thing? I know he's based off of him, but he doesn't have to be the same color as him and look just like him. He is a different car who probably, oh, I was going to say doesn't exist, but he does appear in Cars too. So I guess he does exist in real life. He's not a total figment of Mater's imagination. And the funny thing is, let me just show you, actually. I'll show you for proof. When we see him in Tokyo Mater, he has his two babes next to him, Harumi and Trisaki, and he's just parked there in the middle of the intersection with them, just looking ever so slick. But then when we see him in Cars 2, he's once again joined by his two babes, but also his third one as well, that being Suki, and he's also got Kabuto as like his wingman. So what is it about these Tokyo cars? Remember Komodo, I was calling him the Rizzler because he's just so dang beautiful. And now we got Yokoza, who I don't think is quite the same. I don't think he's on the same level of just pure Chokyo import beauty as Komodo is, but he's still pretty cool. He's just a little bit on the, should I say boring side? I don't know. I mean, so is Manji on this side, but this side he looks cool. Yokoza, it's like he doesn't really have many decals, but he does have that awesome mohawk, so I don't know what to say. I mean, he's a cool car, and I think he would look better in black because black and red and that fiery orange on the mohawk, that's just a cool color combo. But we don't really get that with his diecast because it's dark blue. And it's funny because if I didn't look up, where he appeared at just to refresh my memory and to get pictures for the video, then I wouldn't have, I guess, known that he's really supposed to be black. But I mean, it's all to do with the lighting, I guess, too. In Tokyo Mater, maybe he comes across more blue than black. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I can see why Mattel would make him blue the first time, but when he was released, from Cars 2 with the Cars 2 branding in 2013 in the 2-pack with Trisaki, he had an artwork and he was very clearly black, his paint. So I don't really get that 100%, but I don't know. What are you going to do? Sometimes, like I said, you just got to shake your head and say, oh, Mattel. Either way, though, nice, pretty calm looking expression. He's just calm, cool, and collected. It looks pretty much the same as the one from before. Let's get him out for reference, the Chinese one. This is a 2013 one, by the way. Yokoza was only ever released twice, I believe, at least. Once as a single in 2010, and then in the 2-pack, like I said, in 2013. But yeah, he does have a plastic eye plate now. I believe it was plastic before, too, but it's definitely plastic now. You can tell that for sure. It has like texture over it, so it's Thailand's kind of like classic way of doing eye plates. I don't know why they always add texture, but whatever. He has the visor too. It's not all just eyelids, so pretty cool. It actually really barely has eyelids at all. Most of that is just his visor. He looks more black though on his Chinese release. Now, like, he just looks very blue. I don't know. It's not that I don't love blue. I do. It's just that I don't know. He's supposed to be black. You know what I mean? We don't have that many black cars, so I think it would look better if they made his diecast black. His mouth definitely seems to be a bit slimmer now. His teeth, the white's not as prominent, so that's the change. His headlights look a bit more detailed. Well, they still had the circles in them before, I guess, to kind of look like beams of light. He has this little indent thing here, maybe so that I guess he could add in like I'm not sure, maybe an engine, a blown engine like Snarrod has, maybe. The Mohawk definitely looks nice, though. I wouldn't say better, because, well, I don't know. He has more yellow on it now, but the gradient was better before. So, I don't know. I guess it just comes down to preference. I guess I kind of do like this one better because I like the more yellow, but this looks better with the gradients. Maybe if this just had more yellow. It was more orange before, too. I guess it's still orange. It's like orange and red. It's not really yellow at all. It's just, this thing, I guess, just the way you look at it. But I don't know. The windows are now opaque instead of just being like more translucent. So it's not like you can see inside of them before, but they were just black. Now they're gray. I mean, I usually don't mind that because it's usually more accurate, but in this case, it looks kind of like not as good. Look at the backside. Yokoza, he has his full backside all just a window. It's just glass. So now that it's just gray, it just doesn't even really look like a window. It just looks like plastic. Ugh, I don't know. Before it was like you could see through even though you couldn't, It was cool. It was like, I don't know, it's just cool. Now it's not the same. I don't know. It's just not the same. You can see even on the back side of the Mohawk, there's not as much orange either. So they definitely did him dirty in my opinion. Look at the exhaust. Oh, look, they were silver before. They were metal connected to the rest of his body. Now it's a separate plastic piece on another separate plastic piece. I believe this is plastic too. I think this is it's all detached now, all the red parts. It might be metal though. It is kind of cold to the touch, so I think it is metal. Still, it's a separate metal piece then, which doesn't matter. But I don't know. Why did they make this plastic? Look how ugly that looks. That looks disgusting. I gotta be honest. Disgusting. It looks even like worse than the tuners that they did this year. I didn't think those were that bad because I mean they're separate plastic pieces, but at least they painted them gray instead of just leaving them that ugly plastic color. That is honestly pathetic. That looks disgusting. Same with the mirrors. Although I don't notice those as much for some reason, but those are pretty bad too. On DJ, they were just blue and they were part of his main metal body. But I think they just did that because he doesn't have windows that are like plastic pieces. But Yokoza does, so they made the mirrors plastic too now. They took that opportunity and ran with it. Maybe they had to because the windows are plastic. I'm not sure. But either way, that doesn't look good. I mean, really none of it looks good to be honest. This is a pretty bad variant. The rims are the only like saving grace, but they're just the same as DJ's. So it's like I don't know. They couldn't really screw those up because they're the exact same. Date stamp T21A, so the 21st week of 2024 this year. Almost not this year. It's almost 2025. But yeah, I don't like this variant at all. I gotta be honest. I mean, from the front view, it's fine. I don't mind it. When I looked at it in the package, fine, but then you start looking at it, and it's like, this is just a not good variant. I really didn't think it'd be that much different. Didn't really think I'd be complaining, but it's not good. The windows, that's the worst part. This is always my favorite part of Yokoza. Those windows, especially the back window, just like the full on window in his backside. So cool. But now it just looks like a plastic inserted piece. I mean, it's just ugly. I don't know. It's just ugly. I don't like it. Not at all. I'll take my Chinese Yokoza any day. Here is DJ, though, with his flames, the new Thailand one, which they actually just did this year, too, of course, as you probably already know. They definitely have some similarities, but, it's really just a model, which is called a Rico Do Spinner. That is the same. Everything else is just, I don't know, it's been downgraded for Yokoza, I guess. They kind of did a good job with the tuners this year, but then they, did these Tokyo imports, and they're like, yeah, we'll kind of skimp out on the last one. But they did a good job with Komodo. Komodo looks awesome. I know he's not really accurate being this metallic, but I don't care. I like it so much. And then like the opaque windows don't look bad here. And then oh, that doesn't look good though. The that plasticky looking exhaust. I gotta be honest, that doesn't look great. But same with Manji. He doesn't have an exhaust, so Manji might be the best one because he doesn't have really anything that I don't like. Everything looks good on him. Even the windows look better. They're not as gray. They're a little bit more black. His paint is just so cool. Might have to rethink my decision because I think, said that Komodo was my favorite one they did this year. Might have to be Manji now, and then Komodo, and then Yokoza. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of him down in the comments below. I know he's not that bad, but I just am a little bit disappointed by the decisions they made. Not really so much about the black, the blue. I mean, it should be black, but whatever. They've been doing that for years, so I don't care about that as much. I'm more so just upset that they made everything plastic and ugly, and the mohawk doesn't look as cool. I mean, there's just a lot of things I don't like. The windows is the worst part ever. But whatever. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope that you did enjoy. And I will see you next time right here on the Cars Garage.